Would Town Hall 15 actually ruin Clash of Clans? Let's talk about it. What's going on, Clash Bashers? Rocky here today, and today we're going to be talking about what I think the next update in Clash of Clans should be. And to be clear, I don't think Town Hall 15 is coming anytime soon. I just wanted to open with that one to get your attention. So I noticed in the events tab, we got a couple of events kicking off for Halloween. We got the Royal Smash, which looks like the Royal Ghost is going to be making a return. If you remember, he was a temporary troop that goes invisible. I believe he attacks any building. And then we have the Pumpkin Graveyard Challenge, and a lot of people have been saying the Halloween update. When's the Halloween update coming? And this got me thinking about the next update in Clash of Clans, because generally the Halloween troop is temporary, and that's just a challenge stage, so I don't really consider this an update. When is the next update going to come out? And this is taken directly from the Clash of Clans website, and generally we get 4 major updates a year. And if we take a look last year, our update came December 2nd for our final update of the year. And in that update, we got the invisibility spell, we got some new level system stuff, and really like nothing major. I mean, the invisibility spell was a game changer, but it wasn't anything like super crazy in my opinion. And then throughout the year, we generally get a few like balance changes and small things, and we see that right here. We get balance changes here in January, on January 20th of 2021. A bunch of little stuff again, and then we got the major update, which is a little bit later than expected. Generally, this update is in like March, but in April, we got Town Hall 14, which was huge, major, a brand new Town Hall level. We all love that, right? Like, that's amazing. And generally, Darian has said in the past that they try to space out the Town Halls at least a year and a half apart. So taking away from that, the next Town Hall shouldn't come out until at least the end of next year. So if we will see Town Hall 15, it's not going to be for a while. This should be pretty good evidence of that. So Town Hall 14 comes out, and then we get some balance changes right here, just balancing out like the builders and headhunters and stuff like that. And then we get some new levels and rocket loons, which that was really cool. But there's been kind of a theme to the updates lately. It's been super troops or new levels, and we'll see that as we continue through. In June, we did get the brand new Dragon Rider, which was an amazing addition to the game. Like, changed the meta, 100% changed the meta. But again, we get more levels, we get super troops, and you know, we got the Clashoween optional update coming up. So really, like, the only thing recently we've had was the Dragon Rider, aside from Town Hall 14, and I think this is where we're missing on these updates. And I'm just gonna put on some replays because we're gonna talk for a little bit, guys. We're gonna talk and ramble because I think some of you are bored with Clash of Clans. I'm a little bit bored with Clash of Clans, right? There's nothing been like game-changing released recently, and I think the next update cannot be more levels and more super troops. I do think we will see more wall levels released at Town Hall 14. It makes sense. There's like, what, 150 walls or something left. We will see more wall levels, but I don't think like more troop levels, another super troop, fixes what's going on in Clash of Clans right now. I think we need something different. We need a new game mode. We need a new feature. We need something different that is just not more grindy levels and a super troop that might not even get used. I mean, the Super Bowler, they're like kind of hit or miss. Rocket Loons, pretty hit or miss also. Like, those two super troops really didn't do a whole lot for the game. I mean, they're nice, don't get me wrong, but they didn't do a ton for the game. Now, the Dragon Rider was game-changing, and it would be cool to get more troops, more spells. I love more troops, more spells, but again, that's just more grindy stuff. I personally think in the next update for Clash of Clans, for this game, and this is gonna be a bold statement here, and this is not normally something I say because I hate when people talk like this. For this game to survive and continue an upward trend, we're gonna need something new. And by new, I mean like a new game mode. I mean a new feature in the game, not just the troops, new troop levels, new building levels, new super troop. We need actually something new. Now, what could that be, you might be asking? And that's a good question. That's what the Supercell team gets paid for, right? I get paid to make YouTube videos. Well, I don't get like paid by Supercell, I get paid by YouTube. I make my money making videos and talking like this. What they could come out with is really interesting. And one thing we've talked about in the past, and I think I even brought it up to like Darian, is like the mega base. And we talked about this on stream where like in Boom Beach, your whole clan can attack a mega base, so to speak, all at once. I've never done it, so I'm not super familiar with it. But they can all attack a mega base all at once, and that's something you can do together. I think that's something that would change the game, bring excitement back. I think people would get excited. I think that would be something different, and I think that's like the right direction. Another thing that we talked about on stream the other day was like a tournament mode. I think like a tournament mode where you could run your own tournaments in game would be amazing. Now, a tournament mode is tricky, and you guys may have seen this game before, Clash Royale. I used to play, I had to actually re-download it for this. And there used to be a tournament mode in there where users could create tournaments, and they had to take that out because it was being exploited and taken advantage of. So maybe a tournament mode isn't the right answer, but you do see tournaments from time to time, like this triple elixir tournament that the team runs, which maybe that could be something, but I don't think we even need something that complex. Again, something like the mega base would be cool. I've never tried that. I've never done Boom Beach really, so I'm not really familiar with that, but something that they could add in that I think would add an immediate impact and get people excited again is quite simply Goblin Maps. Do you guys remember when the second set of Goblin Maps were released, how excited every single person was? Sure, it was short-lived, but everyone was so pumped up. And I have an amazing idea for Goblin Maps. It doesn't even have to be a new set of full Goblin Maps. We could come out with a weekly Goblin Map challenge in the events. And if I recall right, and maybe I'm off base here, I couldn't find it, but when the second set of Goblin Maps came out, I'm pretty sure Supercell released a build your own Goblin Map tool and had community submissions taken. So why couldn't we use that tool to come in here and come up with a weekly event? And it doesn't have to have a crazy prize. I mean, look, tiny and shiny, we get a resource potion. Why not make, instead of these events, which generally aren't worth your time, 10 attacks with 30 goblins for a resource potion, is that really worth anyone's time? Does anyone even use regular goblins anymore? Not really. I don't see people grinding this event unless they're like hardcore experienced players trying to level up. I don't really see a lot of people grinding that event. Why not replace that with a challenge map, community submitted, that's a goblin challenge map, and just do that once a week? It doesn't have to be in there a long time. These events aren't very long. These are generally, what, 4 to 7 days or something like that. Why couldn't we do that with like a Goblin Map challenge from the community every week? I mean, we are getting the Pumpkin Graveyard challenge, and from a content standpoint, the challenges are always amazing. You guys always love the challenges, right? I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong down there in the comments, but everyone always loves trying to complete the challenges from what I've seen, what I've experienced. I know I love trying to complete the challenges, and the Pumpkin Graveyard challenge, it's a doozy, guys. It's a doozy. I'm just warning you. But why couldn't we do something like that? I mean, and I think that's what I'm trying to get at here, is we need something new and fresh in the game. More building levels, finishing off these walls. How many walls do we have left here? Let's see. We have 125 walls. 125 more walls isn't going to help make anyone excited. And this is the Google Trends for the term Clash of Clans. And we can see it's starting to spike up a little bit more with that Halloween stuff kind of coming out. But since the Town Hall 14 update, which was about here, which didn't even peak all the way, we've seen a little bit of a decline. We do see a little bit more of a peak when the Dragon Riders come in. A lot of interest there, but from there, it's just been a steady downhill interest on Clash of Clans. Now, right here is really interesting. I'm not sure what would have jumped that up so much like that, but I mean, it's very cool that it does, don't get me wrong, but you see just a downhill trend, and I think if we don't get a nice new update, we're going to continue to see this. I mean, this is a pretty standard thing throughout the year. We get our major update, you know, here, and then throughout the year, it kind of slows down, and this is generally a slower time of the year. But if the next update is just like more troop levels and walls or something, and a new super troop, I don't think that's going to help the game. And that's what I'm trying to get at here today. I think if the next update is more levels and a new super troop or something like that, it's going to hurt the game long term. And this one's going to be an interesting take, but there's been a lot of emphasis on the esports. Don't get me wrong. I love the esports. It's a really cool thing that we're able to have like a world championship for the game that we play. But it's also like when you focus so much on the esports, you're almost abandoning a huge part of your player base. Because let's be honest, that's like 1% of the players are going to be playing in esports. and it takes a grind to get there. If we come out with Town Hall 15, that just puts the end game more out of reach for the average player. Town Hall 14 is already a massive grind. It takes you literal years to get to Town Hall 14, and in order to compete in the esports, you have to be at Town Hall 14. Let's be honest. It's not like a game, and I was talking to Carbon about this last night, it's not like a game like Call of Duty where you can pick it up, get in there with your friends, and just go start shooting people and play deathmatch or whatever. You can't just hop in and play. It takes, even from the get-go, even if you want to have fun in wars, it takes you a little bit to get going, at least a few months. So adding a new Town Hall level, adding more building levels, just puts that further out of reach. So I'm kind of hoping, I mean, it's hard to say because 15 should be at least a year away. At minimum, should be a year away. But if we don't get something that's going to keep the lower players interested, what's the point? You know, like, people aren't going to want to grind to another Town Hall. That's just more out of reach for those Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11 players. Like, oh my goodness. And anytime something comes out, I see Town Hall 11, Town Hall 12 players even. Oh my goodness, I just got to Town Hall 11. I just got to Town Hall 12. Now there's more stuff. I'm never going to get there. I see that comment so much. I'm never going to get to a max base. And that's discouraging for a player. You don't want that for a player. And that's why we need something that could be slightly incentivized, you know, those goblin challenges I kind of spoke of, slight incentive, a mega base, slight incentive there. Maybe, you know, we get magic items, and that could help keep people's interest while they're working on their base. Now, we are like getting changes to the clan games, making the clan games a little bit easier and stuff, but I don't know, guys. The game is still really grindy, and I think the solution is not more levels, a new Town Hall level, and a new Super Troop. I think we actually need something new in the game, which brings me to the red-headed stepchild, Builder Base. Let's be honest. Most people don't like Builder Base. I do see some of you guys down there in the comments are like, hey, Bash, do more Builder Base content. I love Builder Base, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. Builder Base isn't bad. It's not a horrible thing. I think it was just executed poorly. It was a good concept. I think it just executed poorly, and I feel, this is my personal take, this is not, I don't know for sure, this is my personal take. I feel that the team kind of knows that Builder Base is a flop, and they're not going to put more effort into Builder Base, because the Clash team is a pretty small team from my understanding. They're spread pretty thin, and with new games coming out, they might be spread even thinner. Remember, we got like Clash Quest, Clash Mini, Clash Adventure all coming out. So that might spread the team even thinner, and maybe, you know, we don't really have the resources. Would Builder Hall 10 really spark any interest if we release Builder Hall 10? I'm not sure. Would a revamped Builder Base spark interest? I'm not sure. I think what really hurt Builder Base was this right here, the loot camp. This made it so you could literally pay to win Builder Base early on, and you couldn't progress as fast as you wanted to. Now people really just play Builder Base so they can get their auto hut and get that 6th builder, and then they just leave it alone. I mean, let's be honest. There are some people that still push it. Let's see how the leaderboards look. I haven't looked. I mean, there's still people playing 6,700. Last season, 7,100. So there's still people playing, but for the most part, people don't like Builder Base. So that's my ramble for this week, guys. The next update in Clash of Clans cannot be more levels and a new Super Troop. Don't get me wrong, it will be cool if we get another Super Troop, hopefully something useful that's actually game-changing and actually adds a lot of content to the game. I do think the next update will see more walls. That's inevitable. We have to get more walls. We still have at least a year at Town Hall 14, but the next update has to be something different, even if it's something as small as more Goblin Maps, new practice levels, more single player stuff. It has to be something different in my opinion, or else we could be doomed. I don't think Clash of Clans is going to die anytime soon, especially with like the esports stuff going on, but you can't abandon the major part of your player base. And let's be honest, most players in Clash of Clans are casual players. They farm and they grind. They may do wars here and there, but most are not really into the competitive aspect that we're seeing a lot of focus on. So I think if we add a little bit more of a chill, fun, playful style to the game, that will see immense rewards from the community. But who knows, guys? I'm just a YouTuber who likes to complain a lot. Hopefully these events coming up are really, really fun. Hopefully you guys will enjoy those. But that's me for today. what I think the next update in Clash of Clans should be, and I think it should be around December. That's generally when it comes out. Maybe I'll try to get Darian on soon and just bug him, pester him, ask him some questions about the state of the game. I know he's a busy man, but maybe we should bug Darian a little bit, see if he wants to come back on the channel. It's been a little bit since I've had him on. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know your comments and what you think the next update should be in Clash of Clans down there below. Also, guys, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, have those notifications on. You guys have a great day. Keep on Clash bashing. While you watch that whole video, here's another video that YouTube thinks you'll like, and here's a playlist of similar videos.